Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, not Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I'm in the DC area. We're only getting some snow, some ice, and I know a lot of others are in snowstorms, so we are definitely praying for you guys. At first, it did seem kind of weird, like this whole area and these whole regions are, snowed in and people don't know what to do. But the reality is that's not something that your area was used to. And so even though like my area really isn't used to snow, it's something that I've learned to be used to. So we are praying for you guys and praying that you're going to get your power restored, water restored, all of that. I have a cousin who is in the storm, so I get to kind of hear firsthand what she's going through, and she has a toddler, so it's a little bit scary. But just know that nobody's laughing at this situation. It is not funny, and we just want you guys to be well and safe. So that's my announcement for the morning. The other thing is, good morning. I hope you guys are, even if you're home and whatever you're doing today, that you are deciding to make this a productive day. So I have a great point that I want to bring up, and I hope this will inspire you guys. But also, if you are joining me for next week's strategy session, I want to make sure that you hear this message, because this is a great message that you can consider, I guess, pre-work for our upcoming strategy session. If you are not registered yet, the strategy session is, it won't let me write. Sorry guys. Okay, so I put it in the comments. The 100kchallengechick.com, that's my website, but it really just gives you opportunity to register for this 5-day strategy challenge. So the strategy challenge is all about turning your business idea into business income. That's what I love to talk about. So if you have notebooks full of ideas, if you are always debating what to do, or if you have a very specific expertise and now you can't use it the way you used to because of COVID, because of yourself, your health, or your lifestyle has changed, this challenge is going to help you realize what options you have in order to continue making income from your business idea. And if you're just starting, like literally you just write a lot of stuff, you know the results you want to get for people, you know kind of in general what you're aiming for, but you haven't yet created that path of how you're going to get there, this is perfect for you, because you will be able to see a path, design a path that is custom for you, custom for the needs of your audience, custom for your strengths, and most importantly, as far as I'm concerned, making sure that it fits your lifestyle. If you're able to do that from the beginning, that is awesome. And to be honest, a lot of the people I talk to now, they are pivoting still from the COVID virus. I was just talking to a new friend, if she's joining me this morning. Good morning, dear. She's in Belgium, and we were talking about her business because she's an esthetician. And estheticians are hands-on with skincare, right? So they know all about your skin. So how is it that somebody who has to be hands-on, where that field may not be open the same way that it was, how are you supposed to survive right now? So we're going to talk about that. I am going to use her as an example, and I'm going to use another friend who actually has a specific product for entrepreneurs. I'm going to talk about how those things can be turned into business income. So first, let's break down what is a good idea. Okay, so this message has two parts, like what's a good idea, and then what should I be thinking of first in order to turn this into business income. So let's break down the good idea first. So a good idea is anything that's going to branch off of your expertise. Okay, so I have three major points. So if this first one doesn't fit you, that's fine. So your expertise is the category, the industry, the skill that you have. So for example, I was in business for several years as a baker. I am a sugar artist. So when I have a good idea, it's pretty much going to be based off being a sugar artist. I'm going to think of a new cake design. I'm going to think of a new way to product test my new flavors, to train someone, to teach other people how to run a bakery. But I have to understand first, like, what is my expertise? What is the thing, like the category that I belong into? So if that's you, and you're building your business based on your expertise, I want you to write that in the comments. Like, I'm building around my expertise. So that is when you have a specific title and you are building your business around that. So accountants, this fits you. Lawyers, this fits you. I was just talking to a guy who actually is a lawyer, and he is starting his business to help students who are just getting out of law school to start businesses. And so he was saying how in law school you're not taught how to start a business. So he's using his expertise even though he's not using it for court or to actually practice law. He spent several years building a business, and so now he's teaching other people. So if you're starting from your expertise, put that in the comments, or like at this point, like, yes, I'm starting from my expertise. The second thing that where you could be starting, or what has given you this great idea, is a product, right? So you have developed a product, you represent a product, you're an affiliate of a product, you have a product that you want other people to buy. And maybe there's a great reason why they should buy this product. So in this case, I'm thinking of things that relate to health, like multivitamins that really help something, or I use this cream that helps with like joint pain or something like that. I'm trying to think of products like health, wellness. I business coach a few personal trainers. So if they had a weight loss program or weight loss supplement, that would go into this category. So if your business is based around a product, a specific product, then put that in the comments. Products. So we talked about your expertise being a really great place for you to start with your great idea. We talked about a product. If you mainly represent a product, then put that in the comments. And then the last is a result. I deal with some women who are HR specialists. Their result is to get you hired. Their result is to help hiring managers find the best candidate. I am a business coach. My result is to help you make $100,000 in business. So yes, it is based off my expertise, but overall, what I talk about the most is the result that I want for my client. 100K business. I even changed my name to the 100K challenge chick. I have the 100K strategy challenge. So everything that I talk about is all about the result that I want for you. So if you are in a place where your idea really is based around the result that you're getting, and the path to get them there, you can still redefine as you go, but the result is going to be the same. I want you to put result in the category. If you're just starting out and you're just like, I kind of had ideas of what I want to do, you can just say I'm new. And if you guys are watching on the replay, then still comment, let me know what you're doing. Because again, as I said, this is pre-work for our strategy session next week. So if you're starting from an expertise, a product, or a result, the big thing is I want you to realize you have several options on how you can go to market, how you can sell, how you can meet the needs of your clients. And it doesn't have to be done one way. So before, as a baker, I didn't have to just make cakes. Like a lot of you, when you hear the word baker, you think bread. I did never made bread. I made cakes, cupcakes, cheesecakes, different sizes of cupcakes. I can't even think. Oh, I did all types of mini desserts, so the cake pops and all this kind of stuff. And that's just what I produced. Then there were different ways that I looked at my business. I looked at my business as a mall location. I franchised my business. I also had a delivery service. So you can go on my website, click and order. As you can imagine, the click and order is still around, and most of those mall locations, well, all of my mall locations are closed because the times changed. But my expertise as a baker didn't change. I just used it and did something slightly different with it to pivot with the change of time. Right now, as I am your business coach helping you reach 100K in business, I can do that in a million ways. You guys have seen tons of different coaches. They all have different approaches, different products, different services. What works for me and what works for my clients to get you to that 100K, I love the group coaching experience because you're going to learn from other people. You're going to be able to ask questions. You're going to have your coach, but then you also have other people to bounce your ideas off of and other people to see how they're taking the same information you're receiving and applying it in a different way. It opens your mind. So I have decided as a business coach, that is the premier way that I want to help people. And that's what I want you to get to. I want you to understand there are lots of options. There are lots of ways that you can approach this, and you don't have to be narrow focused or stuck on one way to do business. You have actually plenty of options. So how can you go from the good idea to a great business concept? So one, I do, no matter whether you were starting as a result-driven business, expertise, or with a product, I want you to consider what is going to give your client the best result overall. What is the ideal way for them to get the best result from you? If you don't know that yet, then you may have to do more one-on-one service. You may have to start meeting with people so that you understand what that means for your industry. But like I just shared, I understand that in the world of business coaching, or at least my desired result, is group coaching. That's the premier way. Now, even though I'm saying group coaching, that doesn't mean I'm limited to group coaching. I can start a membership group. That gives you a large community to belong to. It accomplishes my goal. I can absolutely do group coaching. I can also do retreats. I can do events where I bring people together. I can do classes where I bring people together, teach them one topic, and really dive in and make sure that everybody has practical application. So what I learned is the way I want you to get a result is in the group setting. And there are plenty of ways that I can do that. That's what I want you to consider. So for somebody who is thinking weight loss, right, you may realize it really takes 90 days for someone to be in a better place and to actually start seeing the weight loss. One thing that I learned in the whole weight loss industry is a lot of people just have really toxic bodies, right? So you might start taking that weight loss product and it may not do anything much for you for about 2 weeks, some people a month. So if you don't commit to a longer time frame, you may not ever see the result. But what is happening is still all great stuff. You're just not seeing all the weight loss, right? Because there were so many other things going on in your system that you had to correct. So as a fitness trainer, you have to know that. You have to know, I have to get people to commit to 90 days. How can I do that? And maybe it's not that you start with 90 days. Maybe you start with a 5-day cleanse or a 7-day detox or a 14-day clean eating challenge, and you teach them how to meal prep. You teach them how to remove toxins from their body, and then they're prepared to lose weight. And once you help them get that micro win, that small thing in the beginning, they're happy to join your 90-day program. So you have your good idea, right? Your good idea is based on your expertise, your product, or your result. But taking that to what you're going to actually deliver to your client, you have to know, how is the client going to get a result? And then if it's something big, like in 90 days of your training, or 90 days of eating this certain way, or 90 days of taking your supplement, or I don't have a 90-day coaching program, but just for the sake of it, 90 days of coaching, right? If that is what I decide, I have to figure out, what is it going to take for me to get someone to trust me for that time frame? If they're in a toxic place, and a lot of us, I'm using the food because most of us ate terribly for the whole year of 2020. And if a fitness trainer comes to you right now, I mean, you have a year of terrible eating under your belt. You can't instantly just, okay, I've snapped out of it, I'm just going to do this 90 days. You may need something first in order to help you be prepared for that 90 days, right? As I was talking about the esthetician, maybe it's that she knows you need the skin treatment, and maybe that skin treatment costs $200. So instead of just jumping straight into that skin treatment, maybe what she can do is teach them how to do a night routine, or teach them how to clean their face properly, or change out their pillowcases. Maybe your pillowcases are irritating your skin while you're sleeping. Maybe it's your hair, like you're not cleaning your hair, you put your hair in your face way too much. There's so many things that she can teach them that will help prepare them for this treatment that they ultimately need to fix the problem. But in the meantime, they may want something smaller so that they can kind of understand who you are, the result you're trying to get for them, and you have, in a way, baby stepped them toward their bigger result. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. I'm going to go through over a dozen different business strategies, and I want you to come with an open mind to how you are going to meet the needs for your client. You're going to pick business strategies that fit your expertise and your strengths. This is not about you just duplicating exactly what I do, even if you call yourself a business coach, because I know the result that I'm trying to get from my clients, and maybe you're trying to get a different result. Maybe you're helping them at a different point of their business journey. So this is never about duplicating someone. This is always about you figuring out what's going to work for you, because that's the thing that you're going to be able to stick to. I know anytime that I've tried to just duplicate what somebody else did, it just caused me a lot of stress, because I'm not them. And I was there trying to do what you're doing versus playing to my own strengths, or follow your blueprints. Like, okay, she called people, she did this, she did that. You know, I definitely spent years in network marketing, and for the most part, that is what they teach you to do. Just imitate what the people who are making money will do. And a lot of you have that background and you think that that's true, but the reason you didn't see success in network marketing, or at least not the success you wanted, is because you were doing what worked for somebody else and not what worked for you. So next week, that's what we're going to do. I want you guys to get registered and join me next week. We're going to be live every day, noon Eastern Standard Time. If you cannot be with me live, please go back to the group and watch the replays. When you register, just before the event starts, like that Sunday evening or Monday morning, we send you a workbook, and it kind of walks you through the topics that we're going to cover. It asks you questions just to make you think outside the box about what you're doing and what you're building, why you've been stuck the way that you have in your business, and then also just push you to start thinking, how can these different categories of business systems really work for you, right? Because I do want you to understand that there's a lot of people in your industry, there's a lot of people with your same skill, but they're not going to approach business the same way. They're going to play to their strengths, and I need you to learn how to play to yours. So that's the objective of next week. I want you guys to join me for the 5 days. It's called the 100K Strategy Challenge, because I want everybody building a system to make 100K income in their business. I want you to take that awesome idea, your expertise, your product, or the result that you want for your clients. I want you to take that and actually start running with it and have a really great business as proven by 100K income. So I will be with you guys next week. Share this video if it was helpful to you. Share it with other business owners, those who are ready to start businesses, those who have really great ideas, and people who you know are trying to pivot at this time. The majority of people I'm meeting right now are people who have lost jobs in 2020. Their industry has totally shifted in 2020, and they have to find ways to support their family, to continue bringing in income. And being an entrepreneur is the result, or the way that they believe they can do it. So share the video, like it, comment, let me know what you guys are thinking, and I will be with you guys next week. So it was great talking to you, and let's get these great ideas turned into great business income. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you click to register for the 100K strategy challenge. It's on my website, 100kchallengechick.com.